Hi everyone, this is Susan Knowles from SusanKnowles.com. That's SusanKnowles.com. I wanted to come to you briefly and give you an update on the Justina Pelletier case. I was watching the Glenn Beck Program, and he had Lou Pelletier and also Mat Staver, who is an attorney from Liberty Counsel, or libertycounsel.org. And he is the constitutional law expert that had come yesterday to help Lou in his case in regarding the gag order in the court, but that order was never brought forth to the court, and so that's something that's going to be, I believe, put back until March 24th. So let me give you a little bit about what's going on. As I said, Mat Staver is the new Liberty Counsel attorney for the Pelletier family. He has 27 years in constitutional law. He indicates that he's never seen anything like this case in all the time that he's been an attorney. He's never seen a case like this with gag orders, not allowing the press in the hallway. What happened yesterday basically was that the press was told that they could not be in the hallway on the fourth floor during this hearing, and they had been there like 10 times before, according to another reporter that was there. But on yesterday they were told that they had to leave, and another judge, not Judge Johnston, but another judge came out and said that they didn't have a right to be there. This attorney, Mat Staver, feels that that's probably unconstitutional. And they were also going through, this was probably the marshals or whoever they used in the court, they were going through and going down the hallway and asking everybody, are you with the press? And if you are with the press, you need to leave the floor immediately. You can't use cell phones, you can't be texting, and you can't take any pictures. The attorney feels that DCF is afraid and just wants to do everything behind closed doors and doesn't want this case to gain recognition, and therefore they're being very hardball about it. It's interesting to note, too, that Mat Staver indicates that DCF has filed, not really filed, but made a statement and probably will file to not allow him in on this case because they know his background, and they haven't filed a motion yet, but Mat Staver feels that that's going to be unconstitutional. He is an attorney that can represent clients in all 50 states, so he feels that they will not win on that case, but it's something that really, according to him, is not done, and here we have DCF who is fighting that. They also mentioned that, during this time, when the family goes to see Justina, they're not allowed to take cell phones in. They can't take a picture of her. And in fact, it is 1 hour a week. The mother goes in to see them. None of her sisters are allowed in to see her. Mr. Pelletier indicated that there were 5 DCF workers in the room at all times, and this is a 10 by 10 room. And there is a state trooper, a Massachusetts state trooper, according to Mr. Pelletier, that stands at the door with his hand on the holster the whole time. I don't know what they're expecting, but it sounds like they're geared up for a war, nonetheless. Also, let's see, during this time, the father mentioned that for approximately a little over a year, 13 months, Justina has not been receiving an education. And I can't believe that this would be allowed in that state. It's not allowed in any state that I know of. You have to receive an education. Now, they may come back and argue that she wasn't physically or mentally able to receive that education, so that's yet to be seen. Also, the father indicates that they have asked for a cleric to be brought in for her religious beliefs, especially like Easter, Christmas, and things like that, religious holidays, and that has been denied her, which, to me, I cannot believe that that is happening in America. That's a violation of her First Amendment rights and her freedom of religion. Mat Staver said basically, this is not America. That, when he first heard this case, he thought something must be wrong because this just is not America. And he said after talking to, the lawyers and everything else, he's discovered that, this is a case where the family who loves their daughter was following the directions of the medical facility, of Tufts Medical Center, and was doing everything that the doctors told them to do and trying to get help for their daughter and following the recommendations. The attorney also mentioned that at Boston Children's Hospital, on the day that Justina was admitted, another 5-year-old girl was admitted into the hospital and was taken away by DCF, filing not a complaint, but just coming in and doing an investigation and filing and taking her away. And I believe he said that they removed that child for 7 months. He said that's not the only case that they have discovered, that there have been other mitochondrial cases and cases other than mitochondrial where the children have been taken away, and that's at Boston Children's Hospital. Now, I want to let you know that Mr. Pelletier is going to be on the Megyn Kelly show tonight on Fox News, so if you can catch that, do. And he felt, Mr. Staver again, and Mr. Pelletier, and even Glenn Beck mentioned that he feels that the state here is just doubling down because of the gag order. They're trying to shut the media up, and they're placing Justina not only in a foster care home, they're putting her in like a residential facility where she's not going to receive any type of medical treatment. And once again, this points to the fact that the parents are her problem. And, read my article in regards to the power of Judge Johnston, the article I posted yesterday, which gives him, all this evidence to say these are unfit parents, unfit to take care of Justina, and he could very well terminate their rights as her parents. When asked, what is the next step, Mat Staver, again, the attorney for Liberty Counsel, said that, we have to get this into a higher court, and we also need to get her medical treatment. The father indicated that on this past Friday, mom went in to see Justina, and the oldest daughter, I guess, saw her too, or I don't know if mom relayed this to her, but Justina's shirt was lifted up. And I guess she has, where that tube is in her, I believe it's in her belly button, that had been put in there in an operation. There were red streaks, according to Mr. Pelletier, coming out of that, which could indicate an infection. And red streaks usually, I'm not a doctor, but red streaks usually indicate some type of poison or infection in the system. And Mr. Pelletier said that they had to beg in order to get a doctor. So I think this case, again, is, as Mr. Staver described it, they need to get Justina out of this system, that this system is a black hole, and that Justina is stuck in the system, and she is getting worse. So I just wanted, again, to give you a brief update. You can go to my website, susanknowles.com. And there you will find a number of articles that I have written on this subject. I would encourage you to go to freejustina.com and continue to give any donations that you can to support this family and the hell that they seem to be going through. I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.